June 6, 2012, Jamie and Justin flew to Atlantic City to see his parents for 4 days. And this picture was all that I had on that post. So I'm going to go to June 18th, 2012. Cats we've offered to take. Some cats you might never meet are those that we are asked to take, but who never end up here because their owners would rather send them somewhere awful than contract with us to never own another exotic cat. The following are just the ones so far in 2012. January 26, 2012, a serval is found wandering, and a man emailed and asked if we would take the cat. When I told him that we would need him to contract with us to not own another exotic cat, he responds by saying that he had sent it to the Conservator Center in North Carolina instead. May 1st, 2012, Holly MacCluen says she found a Savannah Cat and asked us to take her. We were able to convince her to keep the cat herself, and we do that whenever these people are trying to get rid of a cat. First thing we do is try to work out a way for the cat to stay with them, because they are the ones who made the commitment in the first place, and that is probably the only person that cat is accustomed to. So when people go out and spend a whole bunch of money wanting to show off for their friends by buying an expensive cat, we think they should put the money into giving that cat a forever home. Because when they dump it, they'll just try and go back out and get another one. May 3rd, 2012, Kate Carpenter says she bought a Savannah Cat, but it turned out to be a serval, and she wasn't licensed to keep it in Florida. We offered to take her as if Kate would contract with us. Got a typo here. If, not is. We offered to take her if Kate would contract with us not to own another exotic cat, but she responded by saying that she sold the cat to Drinkwater Cattery in Hudson, Florida to use for breeding more hybrids. May 20th, 2012, an 80-year-old woman in Michigan has a pet serval that she can't care for anymore, so a friend of hers contacted us to see if we would take him. We said we will if they will contract with us not to own another exotic cat, but so far they have not done so. June 8th, 2012, John Culbertson in Ohio responded to the new law that will require him to register his animals in order to keep them by trying to unload them. He is trying to dump 2 tigers, 2 lions, and a cougar. We have asked if he will contract to never own exotic cats again, but he has not responded. June 10th, 2012. We were not contacted in advance about this tiger, but on exoticanimaltv.com, Joe said that he just rescued a starving 17-year-old tigress from a pet owner in California. Thinking she is a purebred Sumatran tiger, very unlikely, Joe says he wants to get cubs from her before she dies. We also had offered to take the bobcat and cougars from the Collins Zoo raid last year, but they went to Carolina Tiger Rescue and Wildcat Sanctuary. In reading their newsletters, I see that there is some concern that the Collins Zoo owner may be able to take the cats back. I can't even imagine how awful it would be to rescue animals from conditions like this photo, which apparently I had presented with this original article, but don't have here, and be compelled by the courts to send them back. That's never happened to us. We've never had to send an animal back. June 14th, 2012, we were asked to take a jungle cat hybrid by the Bengal Cat Rescue Group because they said she had come along with a number of other hybrids from a hoarder. We said we would take her just to keep her from ending back up in the trade, even though we typically do not rescue domestic hybrids. They took issue with the fact that we do not condone the trade in hybrids and said they would find her another place more in line with their beliefs. The cat bites, sprays, and is, by their own description, far too wild to be kept as a pet, so they might change their minds. They never did. And that was from the volunteer newsletter dated June 18th, 2012.